Today is a super exciting video that I just could not wait to share with you guys because I swam with nurse sharks in Belize and it was absolutely unbelievable. So, unbelievable. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. It will probably come out a few more times. But honestly, it was an unreal experience, like total out-of-body moment where I just made all my dreams come true. So this is something that I'd been wanting to do for a very, very long time, and I finally got to. So we stayed on the island of Caye Caulker, and from there we took a tour with Go Slow Tours, and I recommend them highly. They were fantastic. Our guides were young and fun and had a lot of information to share, so I will see if I can find their information to put below. Now that you know what tour group you're going with, just show up that day and be ready for a full day. And let me tell you, I got so sunburned here. My whole backside was just fried, and we didn't have reef safe sunscreen, which you should, so we didn't have any sunscreen at all. And when you're snorkeling, you are just buns up, and let me tell you, those things got fried. So come prepared and bring a hat and sunglasses, your towel, definitely an underwater camera if you have one. It is going to be an absolutely unbelievable day. Our first stop was to visit these huge freaking fish. I mean, they were massive, and I have never seen fish this big. I don't know why I'm blanking on their name right now though. Tarpon, that's what they are. Huge freaking fish. So that was the first stop on the boat, and you kind of just go and you can stick your hand out and they'll jump out of the water to oh my god.
You can try, guys.
Our next spot that we went to was a shipwreck, and it was so cool. I think that this was probably my second favorite part of the day, besides actually seeing the sharks and stingrays at Shark Ray Alley, which will be later in the video, so make sure you stick around for that. The shipwreck was so cool. It was the first time I had ever really seen one in real life before, and a lot of like coral and moss kind of stuff had grown over it, and it wasn't a huge ship. It was a pretty small one, I would say, but there was just so many colorful fish swimming all around. We actually saw squid there, 2 squid that were swimming together, which was really cool. Our guide actually took my GoPro down and swam through it, which I did not because there was fire coral and that just freaks me out a little bit. So he took it down and is giving us an inside look to what it looks like down in the actual ship. So our next stop after that was at this really cool spot where a local fisherman had been dumping his conch shells for years and years and years, like 30 years. And so there's all these shells down layered on the bottom of the ocean, and you just snorkel over it and it's covered, like you can't even see the ground. That's how cool it is. And tons of fish and turtles and things like that come there because they eat the little morsels, and I loved that stop for what you guys have all been waiting for. We arrive at the actual spot where all the nurse sharks and stingrays are. So you get in and we kind of snorkeled around, and we saw a stingray first, a huge stingray, and I turned, and about 3 feet away from me was a barracuda. Never thought that I would be 3 feet away from one that was staring at me with big old chompers. So that honestly was scarier to me than swimming with the sharks. You get into the water, on the other side of the boat is the sharks, at least we did, and you kind of just swim over and you can see them. They're all in this big old group, and they feed them a little bit of fish. They have done that for a long time, so they come when they see the boats. And we got in, and these sharks were just unbelievably beautiful. Like, I always thought that I would be super scared getting in the water with them, but honestly, like, I couldn't get close enough. Like, my dad at one point like grabbed my ankle and pulled me back because he was like, dude, you're getting too close, like you're freaking me out. But I loved it. I was right there with them. At one point, one of the shark's tail like was right in front of my GoPro, and I was like, okay, maybe I should like back up a little bit because I don't want to touch them, I don't want to interfere with them. But I was just drawn to them. Like, it was just so cool. And the stingrays were so fun to watch. There was 2 of them that were playing down at the bottom, and we were giving them plenty of space, so that wasn't, you know, an issue at all. They really didn't care that we were there. They were just doing their own thing. One of them was there first, and then the other one came along and was just hanging out, and they were playing, and it was just so cool seeing them. And I had never seen a stingray in real life before, so it was a first for me. And same with the nurse sharks, and I'm just so thankful I had this experience. And I'm just so thankful I had this experience. I loved it, and I felt safe the whole time. If that's a concern of yours, I think that it will be different once you get there and get in the water. It was very cool. If you know me, you know that the ocean has always kind of freaked me out a little bit, so this trip was really big for me because I scuba dived, which I'll link the video to here and also down below, and tons of snorkeling in Punta Allen, which I will also link that video here and in the description box below. And did this, swam with sharks, so this was a huge feat for me. Like, this trip was really something that made me grow, and like I said before, go out of my comfort zone. So I recommend, if you feel nervous or scared about doing Shark Ray Alley or about going on snorkeling tours or diving, just do it. You're with people who are not going to let something bad happen to you. I will wrap up this video, but I just want to come back and say SandCloud is a wonderful organization that I full-heartedly support and love and admire. 10% of the profits go to ocean conservation. There's 6 nonprofits that they support, which on their website, which is linked below, there's tons of information about it, and they do beach cleanups, and they sell products made out of recycled plastic bottles. This t-shirt is made out of plastic bottles, 8 recycled bottles to be exact, and I just think that that's so awesome. And so they have clothing, they have beach towels, they have bedding now, starting a line at Bed Bath & Beyond, which is fantastic. They have metal straws, reef safe sunscreen, accessories, glass bottles. They have so many really cool things, and I think that you should check them out. This is not in any way sponsored by them. I just really love their company and their products, and I think that it just is a really good fit with what we're talking about. So add Shark Ray Alley to your bucket list. I had a wonderful experience. I hope that this was helpful for you. I really want to give you guys valuable information, pricing, keeping things affordable and accessible for everybody when they're traveling. If it was, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe down below, and I will see you guys in the next one.